Elephants destroyed this, looking for food. Obviously he's keeping his grain in here, this herder. He's a nomadic herder, Fula. And he's been keeping his grain in here. He was saying his morning prayers and the elephants came and smashed it. There's nothing he can do to stop them. We don't want them, obviously, trying to attack them or anything like that. He'll get killed and the elephant could get wounded. But human-wildlife conflict is a huge problem.
Ici, ils sont partagés complètement. Okay. Ça veut dire ils sont séparés. I'm just going to say it in English quick. An elephant walking normally puts his back foot where his front foot was. The faster he goes, the more those tracks will move apart. His gait changes. So this elephant was running. And he's been running all the way from that village, because obviously the villagers have been chasing him after he broke in. This elephant is huge. He's absolutely enormous. If you take the circumference of the front foot and you multiply it by roughly 2.5, you'll get the height of the shoulder. If you take the length of the back foot and multiply by 7, it'll give you the height of the shoulder. But this elephant is absolutely enormous. Well, for me, and I'm not used to desert elephants.
No, you follow. I shall run. No, pass it on. No, not something. We've tracked the elephants, the Malian desert elephants. They're right in front of us. We're now going to do an approach. The wind's coming from behind us, so we can't approach from the side. We're going to move quietly around and approach from the other side. So we'll go and have a look at them and then move out without disturbing them, of course. So we're going to move up quietly to these bushes. We're going to just sit there and just relax, watch them for a bit. Okay? But we have to be very quiet. The biggest issue now, moving towards them, they're not going to spot us if we keep down. But they could see us move laterally across their field of vision, or that they hear. C'était en train d'écouter, sentir, vérifier est-ce que nous sommes une menace ou quelque chose comme ça. Maintenant, oui, c'est calme. They're extremely skittish. They're very, very nervous, these elephants, because they're poached. They're always interacting with people in a very negative way, a lot of the time, sometimes positive. But we've got to be very careful. It's not like poaching elephants in the Kruger National Park, for example, or some other national park. These guys are really touchy, very aggressive. The bush opens up a bit further, so the captain's saying let's have another look. Where it opens up, we might get them moving through the open, but they seem to be deliberately moving through the thicker stuff. So it's a really good tracking exercise, not only for to learn how to follow the elephants and assess how their condition and so on, but also for them to track poachers, because people would imagine, well, it's easy to track an elephant. It's actually not true. An elephant puts less pounds per square inch of pressure on the ground than a human being does. So they can walk very softly across certain terrain. And with the wind here, it blows the tracks away very quickly. So that it's still an exercise in figuring out and picking up the direction and different types of sign, broken branches, leaves, grass, and so on. And the other thing is elephants move much faster than we do. So it's a good exercise in catching up, which is what you've got to do with poachers. You know, they're on the run. You've got to gain time. You've got to close the time gap. And that means using leapfrogging techniques, scope teams to cut ahead and cast across the direction of travel, and using those little techniques to get to catch up with them. So elephants are very good for that exercise.